Hi everyone, welcome to this session. Welcome Sandhya, Deepa, Ruxana. Welcome all. Today in this session we are going to discuss. Welcome Kirti. We are going to discuss about caring of our eyes and what precautions to be taken, and if we have the defects and how to rectify those defects. In the previous session, we come to know the structure of our eyes. Good morning, Fiza. In the structure of the eye, we come to know which were the different parts and their functions. And we also come to know that very important thing is light. Only in the presence of light our eyes could able to function. If not, we can identify the things only by touch, smell and the feel. So light, the rays of light, the parallel beam of light are so essential in order to view this world colorfully. Debates of life, hello ma'am, how are you? Thanks for your visit. Till 2 days I'm so busy in schedule work, so I couldn't able to watch your videos. Welcome Rekha. Very good morning to you all. Hi Priyanka, welcome. Arpita, welcome to you. Hi, hello, good morning. Yeah, Arpita, very good morning to you. I think my voice is audible right now. But network is very poor, but still I hope you can hear my voice. Okay, let me not waste our time. I already said in the last session we come to know different parts of our human eye and their functions, and human eyes plays a very major role in making us the world beautiful, colorful. And we also come to know that the images are formed on the retina, and that usually formed in inverted, and those are real images. On the retina, the images are inverted and real images, and that is not the final. From the retina, it is transferred to the optic nerve, and from the optic nerve, it sends to the brain. Definitely, I go through your videos. And only yesterday, I hope I missed your video because I was so busy in my school schedules. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks for your visit. So, we were discussing about the human eye and how we can see the near objects and how we can see the far objects. The near objects and the far objects, the distance is entirely different. It may go from centimeters to the meters and even kilometers. We can view the objects clearly at least minimum from 25 centimeters from our eyes. Only then we can see the objects very clearly. Minimum it should be 25 centimeters. So if you take the object very close below 25 centimeters, the object doesn't look very clear. We feel blur vision. Only we can see the objects very clearly when we hold the objects about 25 centimeters far from our eyes. The minimum distance. This is the minimum distance. And this is also called as near point of the eye. And sometimes you see the objects clearly from the far point of the eye, and that is known as far point of the eye. And some old people cannot see the objects very clearly because of defect in their eyes. Yeah, welcome Kruti, Shubha. And not only the old people, even we find very young people, school going people wearing the spectacles. Why so? Even with the tender age, they used to wear the spectacles because their eye lenses may not work properly. Already our eyeballs, both of our eyeballs will have the lens, and that may not work properly. And if the lens is not working properly, then obviously the image on the retina doesn't form correctly. So we find defects among the young people. Let me know all these defects and how to rectify in this session. Now I am going to share the screen, and along with the images we are going to have more knowledge about our human eyes. Yeah, Pallavi, welcome. Revati, welcome to you. Eyes brings everything to fill within our eyes. It makes the nature beautiful, makes colorful only when it functions properly. And that functioning depends on power of accommodation. Then what is this power of accommodation? The ability of the eye lens to adjust to its focal length. Our eye lens can adjust itself when we see the objects. It adjusts its focal length automatically, and that power is known as power of accommodation. I repeat, the ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length is known as power of accommodation. What is the minimum distance to see the objects? It is 25 centimeters minimum distance. And this accommodation of eye could possible by ciliary muscles. I told in the previous session there will be cornea, pupil, iris which helps in adjusting the pupil, and the lens are held by the ciliary muscles. When we see the object very close, our eyeball will shrink, constrict. How this could be possible? This could be possible by ciliary muscles. When we see the near objects, usually we'll shrink our eyes, we constrict our eyeball, and this is because of ciliary muscles, so that we can see the objects very clearly. When we see the farthest objects, then usually we'll expand our eyeball. We'll expand our eyeball in order to see the objects very clearly which are found at farthest distance. And what all these? These are the power of accommodation. Adjusting according to the focal length of the object. When we see the near object, we'll shrink our eyeball. When we see the farthest object, we'll expand our eyeball. This is the power of accommodation, adjusting to the focal length of the object. When we see the horizontal field of the nature or the outer environment, a single eyeball can cover up to 150 degree of our horizontal field. When we use both the eyes, then it covers 180 degree. So, a human eye horizontal view of one eye is about 150 and 180 when it view with two eyes. Usually, the wild animals can see the objects more clearly and more widely compared to the human beings because their eye positions can go at opposite sides, and it makes possible to have a widest field view. But human eyes are having a concept called stereopsis. Stereopsis reduces our field view as our eyeball position is always in front view. Hence, we can call it as stereopsis. But it is not seen in animals, as they can move their eyes to their opposite sides so that they can have a widest field view. Humans have stereopsis so that they can have front view only. When we see the objects with one eye, we'll see only the object's 2 dimensions. Only we can see the object in 2-dimensional pattern. When we see the object in both the eyes, definitely we'll get 3-dimensional depth view. That means how much far the object is and what is the shape of the object in a side view, front view. So we'll get 3-dimensional depth of the view when we see with both the eyes. But when we see with the one single eye, we'll get only 2-dimensional picture. So it is best to see with both the eyes. When we see the objects in microscope, definitely we'll close our one eye and we'll view in one eye, because we need 2-dimensional information when we see the microorganisms under microscope. When we see the nature, when we see and enjoy the landscapes designs, definitely we'll use our both eyes with more focus so that our brain combines 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional put together as a one, so that we'll get extraordinary information when we see the nature, when we see the different landscape designs by using both the eyes. That is the nature, that is the wonder of our eyes. And even I told many young people, when they are still in the school, still they wear the spectacles. And these due to their defects of their vision. And what were those defects? Irrespective of their age, we can find myopia, that is nearsightedness, hypermetropia, that is farsightedness, and at the old age, presbyopia. So irrespective of age, myopia and hypermetropia will be common, and after certain age, presbyopia is the defects we find in our eyes. And how to rectify these defects? Yes, it can be rectified by using goggles. That is, by spectacles we can rectify those defects. Then let me know one by one. What is myopia? What is hypermetropia? What is presbyopia? This is the image showing how the myopia can be rectified and what are the defects we found in myopia. In the first image, a beam of light falling on the lens, and that lens, that concave lens, helps to focus on the retina so that a real inverted image is formed on the retina. This is the normal functioning of the eye. This is the normal functioning of the eye. The people, those don't use the spectacles, In their eyes, the functioning is this phenomenon. That means when the rays of light falls on the lens, it forms the image, inverted real image on the retina. This is the normal functioning. Look at the second image. The people who are suffering from the myopia or nearsightedness, they can see the nearby objects very clearly, but they can't see the distant objects in a clear manner. Only they can see the near objects, but not the distant objects clearly. Why? Why this defect is found in myopic eye? This defect arises due to excessive curvature of the eye lens. The curvature is increased. And the second reason is elongation of the eyeball. The ball has been elongated. Okay, this defect is found in myopic eye. Now, how to rectify this? By using lens. What kind of lens will rectify myopia? The myopia will be rectified by concave lens. By concave lens. Okay, any problem with the audio? Any problem with the audio? Yeah, Monica, welcome Monica. Okay, no problem with the audio, so I'll continue the session. Okay, just now I told the normal eye, when the rays of the light falls on the lens, it forms a real inverted image on retina. This is normal eye functioning. A people with myopic defect, this is due to excessive curvature of the eye lens and elongation of the eyeball. Because of these defects, the image, instead of forming on the retina, it forms in front of the retina. You can observe the second image where the image is formed. It is not on the retina, it is formed in front of the retina. So, this is the defect of myopia. They can see the near objects clearly, but not the farthest objects because of some defects like excessive curvature of the eye lens and elongation of the eyeball. And now, this can be easily rectified by using concave lens. Now look at the third diagram. So, the concave lens is in front of the eyeball. That means we are using spectacles. When we use the spectacles, the lens comes in front of our eyeball. So, by using concave lens, when the light falls on the concave lens, it passes through the eye lens and then the image will be formed on the retina, on the retina. This could possible by using concave lens. This is how we can rectify myopia. And there is another defect, that is hypermetropia. What is this hypermetropia? This is called as farsightedness. A person with hypermetropia can see the distant objects very clearly but not nearby objects. A person cannot read the books, cannot read the newspaper very clearly, who is suffering from hypermetropia, and you can observe that they'll take the paper or the study material little bit further, that is beyond the 25 centimeters. They'll keep the material away from their eyeball and they can read very clearly when they keep the objects very far away from 25 centimeters. The normal people can view exactly at 25 centimeters, but the people of hypermetropia can view the objects very clearly when the object kept beyond 25 centimeters. So what is hypermetrophic defects? It is also called as farsightedness, and they can see the distant objects very clearly rather than near objects. And this is because of the reasons the focal length of the eye lens is too long. The focal length of the eye lens is too long and the eyeball has become too small. When the eyeball is too small, the focal length becomes too long. These are the two defects of the hypermetropia, and this can be rectified. How this can be rectified? By wearing eyeglasses. And what kind of lens we can use here? For myopia we use concave lens, and here we rectify by using convex lens. Usually our eye will have one convex lens, and you can have a image here. The first image explains that the normal eye, when the light falls on the lens, it forms image, real image, inverted image on the retina. You just look at the second image. The people suffering from hypermetropia, usually the real inverted image is not formed on the retina, it is formed beyond the retina. Look at second image. The image is formed beyond the retina. Hence, they cannot see the distant objects clearly. And how to rectify this defect? This defect will be rectified by using convex lens. Look at third image. When we wear the eyeglasses with convex lens, then it helps to form the image on the retina only with convex lens. This is how hypermetropia or farsightedness can be rectified. And after a certain age, the people will have both myopia and hypermetropia, because the power of our of accommodation of the eye will decreases as the age increases. The power of accommodation means the lens adjusting their focal length is decreased as the age increases. The power of accommodation decreases when the age increases. So here the people after certain age, they'll have both the defects, that is myopia, hypermetropia. Then how to rectify this? This can be rectified by using bifocal lens. You can be observing the people, their spectacles have bifocal lens. When they read the nearby objects, they look down by using one lens. When they want to see the farthest object, they watch the other lens, and that is bifocal lenses. They can use both the lens, both concave and convex, in order to rectify myopia and hypermetropia. And even presbyopia can be rectified by certain surgical interventions. So this about defects of the eye, and this can be rectified. So normal eye, where the image is formed on the retina. In myopia, the image is formed in front of the retina, and that can be rectified by using concave lens. The other defect is hypermetropia, where the image is formed beyond the retina, and even that can be rectified by using eyeglasses with convex lens. Presbyopia, it is a defect after aging, and they may have both the defects, myopia, hypermetropia, and that can be rectified by using bifocal lensed glasses. So eyes are the boon. It is very precious, sensitive sense organ. So we should take care of our eyes. Wash frequently with the cold water so that the dust particles can be removed from your eyes. While driving, wear the spectacles so that the dust cannot enter your eyes. If any symptom is found with the defect, immediately approach the eye specialist and don't hesitate to wear the spectacles. If you hesitate to wear the spectacles, the defect power always increased. So it is always better to test your eyes and immediately wear the spectacles so that the further enhancement of your defect can be reduced. Eye functions very nice, very fruitful when vitamin A is supplied in abundance. So try to consume the fruits and veggies which is rich with vitamin A, and That too, the carrots, beetroots, and all red, orange colored fruits and veggies provide vitamin A. When you take watermelon, pumpkin, all red colored, orange colored fruits and veggies are rich in vitamin A, so that will nourishes your eyes better. If some dust particles are entered your eye, don't wipe your eye with your fingers, because if that dust is a metal fragment, then that may damage your cornea, that may lead to blindness. Then how to remove that? Just continuously spray the water on your eyes so that the dust particle can be removed. So, eyes are very precious, sensitive sense organs. So, we should take care of that. And it is always very important that a pair of eyes can rectify the problem of blind people. 2 eyes can be donated for 2 blind people, and 2 eyes cornea can be donated for 2 blind people who is having cornea defect. So altogether we are rectifying the 4 eye defected people with donating 2 eyeballs. This is not possible when we alive, it could possible after our death. So it is our intention to donate our eyes after our death. So only eyes can survive even after our death, because even after our death we can view the nature, we can feel colorful world with our eyes even after our death. So if possible, let we donate our eyes when we leave our life, so that we can live after our death in presence of our eyes. So this is today's session. So we discussed about eye functioning, eye caring, defects of our eyes and how to rectify it, and what are the reasons for the eye defects and how to rectify it. This about today's session. And in the previous session we discussed about the structure of the eye. What is the structure of the eye? We have 2 eyeballs located in eye sockets, and outermost layer is cornea and it is layered by conjunctiva, and we have iris which gives the color for the lens, and iris are found behind the cornea and controls the size of the pupil. The pupil is a blackish hole found in our eyeball, which regulates and controls the amount of light to pass inside the eye. When the light passes and falls on the lens, and that forms an inverted real image on the retina. Retina is a delicate membrane having numerous of light sensitive cells, and they are rods and cones. Once the image is formed on the retina, that will be sent to the brain with the help of optic nerve, and then the brain analyzes the objects what we are viewing. If it is already known to the brain, it identifies as this is the chrysanthemum plant, this is rose plant, this is the mountains, these are the rivers. If it is already registered, if you are seeing the new plant which is not known, then definitely the brain doesn't recognize, as it is not registered in our brain. So then we feel this is a new plant, this is a rare plant, I didn't view it before, because it is not registered. First time you are seeing the object, so we feel it as a new, unknown. And all this could possible by the power of accommodation. It is ability of the eye lens to adjust according to the focal length. And this is known as power of accommodation. What is the minimum distance to see the objects? Minimum 25 centimeters. And what is the horizontal view of one eye? It is 150. If it is both the eyes, it goes about 180. And animals have very amazing eye view pattern, so that they can have widest possible field view rather than human beings, as human beings has only stereopsis. With one eye we can see two-dimensional pattern. With both the eyes we can see three-dimensional pattern. The defects are myopia, that is nearsightedness. The people can see the near objects but not the farthest objects. It can be rectified by using concave lens. Hypermetropia, farsightedness, where they can see the distant objects but not near objects, and this can be rectified by using convex lens. Presbyopia, after certain aging we can find both myopia and hypermetropia. This is because of weakening of ciliary muscles. They cannot adjust the lens. Adjusting of the lens is possible by the ciliary muscles, and the focal length will be adjusted by the constriction and expansion of the lens that could possible by ciliary muscles, and the ciliary muscles will get weakened after certain age. So those presbyope people should wear bifocal lens in order to view the objects clearly. So normal vision, where the image is formed on the retina. Myopia, where the image is formed in front of the retina. Hypermetropia, where the image is formed beyond the retina. So this can be rectified by using eyeglasses. So eyes are a boon which makes our life colorful. So please, when we leave this earth, this human body, definitely still we can survive by viewing this beautiful nature only when we donate our eyes after our death. Please think over it and let we do all this boon. And this is about today's session. Yeah, morning Kavya. What Arpita's comment? Stay home. What do you mean to say? Netra, welcome. I hope everybody heard this session clearly. I'm waiting for your reply. So every one of you heard the audio clearly? Yes, everyone are cleared. Okay? Let me clarify that you were very attentive or not. Now the people cannot see the near objects, but they can see the farthest objects very clearly, and that defect is called as, waiting for your reply, the people can see the farthest objects very clearly but not near objects. What is that defect called? Waiting for your reply. No, Priyanka, I am saying the people can see the far objects clearly but not near objects. What is myopia? They can see the near objects but not far objects. No, same reply. No, this is not the right one. I'll repeat question. The people can see the far objects clearly rather than near objects. Yes, hypermetropia. Yes, now you are correct, Priyanka. Yes, Kirti, excellent answer. Hypermetropia. So hypermetropia is a defect where they can see the far object but not near object. How could How the hypermetropia can be corrected? By using what lens? Whether my voice is not audible now? Yes, Priyanka, absolutely correct answer, by using convex lens. Very good, excellent answer. Okay, and my next one is, the people after certain age, they have both myopic and hypermetrophic defects, and how that defect will be rectified. Presbyopia. Okay, Suma, this is for first one. First one. Convex lens to rectify hypermetropia is correct answer. And how the presbyopia can be corrected? Okay, I'm waiting for second one. Okay, Suma, this is for first one. First one. Convex lens to rectify hypermetropia is correct answer. And how the presbyopia can be corrected? Okay, I'm waiting for second one. Yeah, Priyanka, correct answer. Bifocal lens. By using bifocal lens, presbyopia can be rectified. Okay, my next one is, question is, in power of accommodation, what do the eye lens adjust? In power of accommodation, what do the eye lens adjust? Yeah, bifocal lens is correct for second one. I already posted third question. How in power of accommodation the eye lens will adjust? Yeah, Revati, presbyopia can also rectified by using surgical interventions. Bifocal lens is correct for second one. In power of accommodation, the lenses usually adjust what? What do they adjust? No, I didn't get reply. In power of accommodation, the lens adjust. No, I didn't get any reply, correct reply. What is that age crisis? Under the name Nitin Kumara. Who is under Nitin Kumara? what you are supposed to answer. How you are representing the answer like age crisis. Why no one is answering for this? It's simple. In power of accommodation, the eye lens adjusts to its focal length. To its focal length is the right answer. Okay, Aishwarya, what you are supposed to say? Age crisis. How you are going to relate your answer? Okay. Eye donation. Do you think that it is essential? You can reply yes or no. Eye donation after the death of any individual. Eye donation, do you think that it is very essential? No, Kirti, what you are supposed to answer? Iris? No, you're not getting. Yeah, the concepts are a little bit complicated, so that you're not able to answer correctly. Yeah, Revati answered yes. Eye donation is very essential. So, after the death of any individual, eye donation is very important because the eyes can be donated to the blind people irrespective of their age and their gender. The people who used to wear the spectacles, operated, even they can donate their eyes. Even the people like diabetic, hypertension, asthma, without any communicable disease, even they can donate their eyes. But remember, the eyes must be removed within 4 to 6 hours after the death. So, when we donate our eyes, our death information should be intimated very soon to the eye bank so that they can collect the eyes within 4 to 6 hours. If not, it will become waste that cannot be reused. Okay, this about today's session. So, anywhere to be clarified? Yeah, everybody is saying that yes, we should donate our eyes. Not only we, in our house, the elder people after death, remember their eyes can be donated. So, keep this in your mind. Let me try for this. Okay, anything to be clarified? Anywhere, any doubts? Okay, shall we wind up this session? If there is no things to be clarified, shall we wind up this session? Okay, we'll wind up this session.